So I wanted to continue my conversation about Ayurveda, and again, always remembering that Ayurveda includes the reality of the soul. So there are many core concepts of Ayurveda, and one of them is the cause of all disease. And Ayurveda describes two causes of disease. One is toxin, and one is called pragyaparad, which I mentioned, when we ignore our own knowledge, experience, and intuition. But first, I'm going to talk about toxin. And one thing that we have to remember when we're talking about Ayurveda, we're talking about toxins, we're talking about, also this is true in Chinese medicine, that there's different levels. So there's physical toxins, there's mental toxins, there's emotional toxins, and there's even toxins on the spiritual level. So, of course, when we're talking about physical toxins, we're talking about things like herbicides, pesticides, heavy metals, parasites, things like that, chemicals, plastics. These are all things that affect us on the physical level in terms of toxicity. They interfere with cellular health, they cause oxidation, they cause toxicity and liver stagnation and fatty liver and so many things like that. So there's physical toxins. So again, ama or toxin is the cause of all disease. But then we have mental emotional toxins. These are undigested experiences or traumas that we don't process. These energies get stored in our fascia. They get stored in our tissues of the body, which then eventually contributes to the poor flow of energy, which then contributes to the poor flow of vital, intelligent life energy to the cells. And then we have spiritual toxins. And what's a spiritual toxin? So that which really blocks us from our own essence, from our own soul. And it's said in Ayurveda, one of the most profound spiritual toxins is called prajalpa, or one, nonsense talk, and also finding fault with others. Finding fault with yourself is also very negative, but even more so is finding fault with others. When the mind spends a lot of attention on finding fault with others, this is a significant toxin. It doesn't mean we ignore something we see. If there's danger, if it's to protect yourself or to protect another person, naming something is important. But when we meditate on the negative qualities of another person, then guess what? Those qualities go from that person's heart right into our own heart. So this is considered a spiritual toxin, and it's ultimately will funnel right down, or right up, you could say, into the physical body. So that's a little bit on toxins. We'll talk more about pragyaparad and all the different elements in the next couple days.